Shore Leave, episode 15 from the first season of the original Star Trek, first aired on December 29th, 1966. This one comes after a string of very heavy episodes including The Menagerie, The Conscience of the King, and Balance of Terror. As such, I think it offers a little more of a fun and playful note, which to me helps it stand out as one of the more memorable episodes from Season 1. In this episode, the Enterprise comes across a planet in the Omicron Delta region. It is uninhabited but appears to be very peaceful. The crew is weary from several months of hard trekking, and it's decided that this would be a good place for them to get some rest and relaxation. McCoy and Sulu, along with a few other crew members, head down to scout it out. Things kick off when McCoy casually mentions that the planet looks like something out of Alice in Wonderland, only to be greeted moments later by a giant rabbit and a little blonde girl. Of course, that's just the beginning. Kirk and Spock eventually beam down and things get even weirder as the away mission is treated to a plethora of fantastical occurrences such as a tiger, a jousting knight, a samurai, a strafing fighter plane, and an old nemesis from Kirk's Academy days. And these things aren't benign either. They appear real and are capable of doing actual damage. The big reveal comes at the end when we find out that these things were manufactured by a hidden caretaker who'd created it all for entertainment purposes after reading their minds, which I think is a pretty clever and fun concept. I guess the moral of the story is be careful what you casually think about when you beam down to a strange planet. It just might take shape and come after you. The script was credited to Theodore Sturgeon and Gene Roddenberry. Apparently, rewrites for the script were taking place as the episode was being shot. They needed to trim some aspects to save on costs. Some cast members recall seeing Gene Roddenberry sitting under a tree frantically trying to come up with ideas to make the story work while staying in budget. This makes me wonder if a lot of the fantastical things that we encounter in the episode weren't put there just simply because they had access to some of those things nearby. For instance, William Blackburn, who played the White Rabbit, would claim later that he got the costume for free from the Ice Capades. Blackburn hated wearing the costume, saying it almost suffocated him. Fun fact, he would go on to wear the Gorn suit in the 1967 episode Arena, and would claim that it was even worse than the White Rabbit outfit. This is one of the earliest memories that I have of watching Star Trek in syndication when I was a kid. We used to watch the show often. It was always playing in reruns back then. For some reason, this one sort of stands out in my memory. I don't know why. It could be the White Rabbit made an impression, or maybe it was some of the other fantastical elements that stood out. Either way, I always kind of enjoyed it, and I still do. With that said, I'm not sure if it's one of the best episodes of the series, but it certainly has its charm. The idea that your thoughts could be shaped by some unknown being to create your reality and then come after you could easily have been used to terrifying effect. Star Trek wasn't shy about doing that kind of thing. There are plenty of times that they went into dark territory, and they could have easily done that here. The fact that they chose to keep it lighter and end on a happy note is interesting to me. It might not work for some, but I liked it. What are your thoughts on Shore Leave? Is the tone too lighthearted, or is it just right? Let me know what you think. Thanks again for taking the time to stop by. I really appreciate it. Until the next time, have a good one.